This is special election night coverage with Jon Snell and Meg Gatto.
Good evening. Louisiana, as expected, goes for Donald Trump tonight and re-elects its congressman.
Fox 8 political analyst Mike Sherman joins us now. And Mike, let's look at the numbers here in Louisiana. Now, these are not all of the precincts reporting at this point. We've got about 2,700 out of 3,800 precincts reporting. The current numbers here with Donald Trump with 65% compared to Kamala Harris's 35% of the vote. Mike, we know that back in 2016 and in 2020, Donald Trump secured 58% of the vote in Louisiana. Any surprises at this point with these numbers?
No surprises. Louisiana remains a deep red state. Let's take a look at Louisiana. Let's look at Lafourche Parish here. John, we were talking Lafourche Parish went for Bill Clinton.
A lot of people would be surprised to learn it went 54% for Lafourche Parish in 1996.
And here we go, looking at it today, 95% reporting. We're at 80% for Donald Trump. We take a look at Louisiana like we look at the country. We have rural areas and urban areas, lots of red across the country with pockets of votes in the blue for Kamala Harris. So it's a red map tonight in Louisiana.
So let's look at the national map, if you could click out of that for just a second. And you know, I think you made a great point before. People talk about the blue wall of Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin. Very much in play, although the story of the hour, it seems to me, is Pennsylvania.
Yeah, story of the hour is Pennsylvania right now. This is where we're going to keep our attention right now. Again, a state where the map looks very red. It's a state of rural areas and urban areas. We look down to the southeast portion of the state, large pockets of vote. Kamala Harris performing very well in Philadelphia, the suburbs of Philadelphia. We go west and we look at the rural areas. We look at the areas around Pittsburgh. Donald Trump outperforming where he was 4 years ago.
All right, let's shift gears, go back to Louisiana. The congressional race is beginning, Meg, with the 1st congressional district.
Yes, and Fox 8 projecting that Steve Scalise is going to be the winner of this race. Scalise has held this position since 2008. Mike, no surprise here that Scalise able to cruise to victory in this race.
No surprise here. Steve Scalise reelected, will retain his position in leadership in the House.
All right, District 2, Troy Carter's district. You know, these districts do get redrawn. We talked to some people in St. Bernard Parish today who got their ballots and said, wait a minute, I'm in Troy Carter's district now because
St. Bernard.
And a lot of people have that experience.
2 years ago, if you were in St. Bernard, you were voting in the Steve Scalise race. Now it's 50-50, so people had the 1st and the 2nd congressional district. This year in Louisiana, we have 2 majority-minority districts. Troy Carter winning this district, Cleo Fields very competitive in the other majority-minority district.
The conventional wisdom sometime had been, oh, we won't know tonight. And we may not know literally tonight, but we may have a very good indication by the time people go to bed early tomorrow morning who won this thing.
Yeah.
Or at least a really strong hint.
The numbers are coming in so fast, by the end of this newscast, we'll have better numbers in those swing states. If you don't mind staying up about 3 more hours, you'll have really good numbers, but it's probably going to take till tomorrow. Pennsylvania, of course, those all-important mail-in ballots just got started counting this morning, and they won't finish till tomorrow.
Mike, do you think Kamala Harris was handicapped, so to speak, because she essentially had, I think it was 808 days to campaign for this on the campaign trail, whereas President Trump, former President Trump, you know, a lot of people said he's been campaigning for the last 4 years for this job.
Yeah, I think Kamala Harris's largest handicap, and still it's too early to tell what's going to happen tonight, was that this was a change election in the eyes of voters. If elections are largely about change or more of the same, as James Carville and many have pointed out, this was a change election. She's the sitting incumbent vice president trying to push a change platform. We've seen in Georgia, we've seen in North Carolina, that wasn't holding the day. Now in Pennsylvania, she's doing well in the urban areas. She's doing well in the suburbs of Philadelphia. So that message seemed to holding there, but globally, we haven't seen that work in many of the states that she was hoping to contest.
So if you look at the top of the map there, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin are in yellow at the moment, but if you turn them to leaning, they're leaning Trump at the moment. In order to have a path to victory, Dr. Collins, she's got to turn those back in the solid blue column before this is all over.
She has to basically overperform for the rest of the night, basically starting now and tomorrow. Because right now it's too early to say for sure, but right now the trends are in Donald Trump's favor.
All right, and we will see what happens as the night continues. Robert and Mike, thank you again. We appreciate it. In the meantime, Rafael is now a Category 1 hurricane.
And Bruce Katz with a new track. This thing now, Bruce, with a chance of becoming a Cat 2?
That is right. Right now.